Hi, I'm Dr. Kit Weathers, and it's time for the Root Tip of the Week. Here's a fun trick I call searching for diamonds. We're going to take these three aces, and we're going to take the ace of diamonds and place it directly in the center of the deck. And then we're going to take the ace of spades, place it on the top of the deck, and the ace of clubs right on the bottom of the deck. Then we would allow anyone to cut the cards, and hopefully we'll be able to get these three friends back together again. So here we go. We'll look for the cards, and in the deck somewhere, there they are. Ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, together again. Now let me just show you quickly how that trick is done. To learn the secret to this and other magic tricks in this series, go to EndoRootCamp.com. Yes, I know that was another card trick, but the reason I use cards so often is most people have a deck of cards in their house, so you can go and borrow a deck of cards and do a magic trick. And I like to use somebody else's cards so we prove it's not a setup. Quick, think of a card right now. Is that what you thought of? Most people do think of the King of Hearts. If they don't think of the King of Hearts, they usually think of the Ace of Spades. That's right, it is a floating head. Don't worry about it, because this week's Root Tip of the Week is a golden oldie. So many people have asked me about torque control and hand pieces that I thought we should go back in the archives, and this root tip was almost a year ago, and I think you're going to enjoy it, and hopefully this will answer all the questions that people have been asking. Okay, let's talk about torque control hand pieces. I just received an email message from a doctor, and he wanted to know what the settings should be on the torque control handpiece for every file that he uses. And unfortunately, that's an impossible question to answer. It all depends on how many times the file has been used, how fast it was used, in whatever speed. Was the canal straight or curved? How much of a curve was there? Because anytime you have a curved canal, you introduce torsional stress on the file. The more the curve, the more the stress. Were the canals joined? If they did, and you went down to the working length in both canals, that would introduce more stress. So there's a lot of different things we would have to keep in mind. And unfortunately, there's no way that you can absolutely track those different settings. So the answer is, I would turn it off. Torque control is more like training wheels. People generally use a torque control handpiece for a little while, and then after they become confident with the system they're working with, they pretty much turn it off. So I'm going to suggest you do that. If you want to use torque control, however, at least for the initial learning period, like training wheels on a bicycle, my suggestion is set it for a conservative setting so it does reverse before it will break the file. But what that will do, it's going to irritate you pretty quickly, because after just a little while you're going to say, whoa, I can push a little harder than that, I know I can. So here's my last suggestion for this week. Get some extracted teeth, get a couple of files, and just deliberately push too hard until you break the file. At that point, remember how much pressure that was, and don't do it again. Or just throw your files out one time before they break. Anyway, that's enough talk about torque control. See you next time. Well, that's it for another Root Tip of the Week. I'm Dr. Kit Weathers, inviting you to join me at our very next Root Camp. So long for now.